You can divide a single whip back into 3 different phases: the takeoff phase, the flying phase, the Corbett phase, and a transition to the next takeoff phase. The following is the takeoff phase. In this phase you start in the hollow position as you see, and from there you extend the hip and knees to create force into the track. The arms are straight and are swung backwards. In the flying phase you actually just keep the arched position you had in the takeoff phase. You rotate until you are upside down and are able to spot the track. The last phase is the Corbett phase. Here you bend your hip and knees while bringing your arms back in front of your body to get into the hollow position and to be ready to start the transition to the next whip back. In this setup you throw a ball backwards over your head with straight arms while leaning back and extending your hip and get the feeling of the right movement and position. Try to throw the ball far away so you do the movement explosively as it is needed in a whip back. In this setup we practice the takeoff. Make a pike jump and extend the hip in the takeoff to the whip back while swinging your arms back. In the next setup we practice the Corbett movement. Do a handstand and start to lean while arching the hip. Make a kip by bending the hip and get into the hollow position. When getting better and faster, you can do the same setup on different surfaces. When you get comfortable with the different phases, you can start to add a round off on a downhill surface. Focus on having the right position and keep the knees as straight as possible. Now we move the skill to the track. Try not to run too fast and focus on the right technique. You can now move on and start to do 2 connecting whip backs on the same setups as before. You are now ready to do whip backs on the track. Congratulations!